Hey guys!
Hey!
Welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. So, something happened to our last recording and our commentary is gone. So, this is actually us
From the future!
watching back the footage the next day. We recorded this last night and I wanted to edit it and I was like, oh hey, it doesn't have our noises. So, yeah. We'll just... But because story stuff happened and we saved, like, we can't just redo it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for, it's not gonna be blind for me, but,
Saki's in front.
We're aiming for the job. I don't know why I speak like Rowan, so prepare for us to go all out. Because I saw...
I just told you, Kai, we cannot pause the speech bubbles. We have to read them when they appear.
Hiroshi. Yeah, I don't know, I saw Rotom and, this guy has Rotom voice now.
I haven't done a Rotom voice yet. This is always the first thing I read.
Shocky!
Oh, I remember you were saying how you like the design of Traveler.
The hands look like how I draw hands these days. Just like it's a big mitten. But I like it, it's pretty.
I think it's a nice idea to make it like a steel type. Is it steel electric?
Yeah, right? I was gonna say, isn't it electric? I don't think it's steel, actually.
I do think it's steel because...
I'll check.
Yeah, go check. I really like these regional variants, like these new turns.
I so hope Swords and Shield has some of these, because I will die if not. I will literally die.
Like, recently, like, each new Pokemon game has, like, a new gimmick, Yeah,
I want
There's,
them
like,
to stick to
Mega
some.
Evolutions, Z-Power, and then
the thing about...
there's rumors for a new gimmick in Sword and Shield, but I'm not gonna spread rumors here, but it's another new gimmick if it actually happens to be that.
Okay, it's Rock Electric.
Oh, it's Rock Electric. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I was
fine.
corrected. I was correct. I corrected you. Paprika, because of the watery
Lapras.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind gimmicks, but I wish we had some more consistency. Like, people are always saying that Pokemon always just does the same thing. Meanwhile, I feel like they always throw out the good things and never do them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but something like
it's a bit of both.
Yeah, but something so huge like the Z moves and Mega Evolution, like, we haven't had, like, new things like that before. Like, the newest thing that we got before that was like, oh, it's baby Pokemon.
Or night time, or double battles, And these are consistently still here,
Yeah, and
you guys are the chaps. I feel strength in your heart.
And, like, double battles and that stuff, that doesn't really affect, the Pokemon itself.
That's true.
Okay. The way you guys trust each other, I want to see it all.
Okay.
Oh, right. And I was like, I want to see it all. And then it's like, her sprite has, like, her eyes closed. Like, you're not even looking.
Look at us, Heather. Face the truth.
Yeah, so I feel like out of, like, all those new ideas to keep Pokemon relevant,
the Pokemon.
like, regional variants is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, because it's like, sorry, I'm interrupted you, didn't I?
Yeah, well, my point is just, I want them to do more, so
yeah, because,
your take.
I mean, of course, the stuff was introduced to keep them relevant, at least, Mega Evolution. But, it's like Mega Evolution, it's kind of like Super Saiyan or something. It's kind of cool, but it also turns it from, like, a slice of life adventuring game with monsters into, like, okay, this is now a Sentai show, this is Dragon Ball or something. Which isn't bad, but I kind of like Pokemon slightly more grounded, and the extreme stuff to come in the form of facing really epic Pokemon, like gods, or like really like dinosaurs, like something that could also be epic in real life.
Yeah, like for example, how like Giratina got like the other form in Platinum. Like, that's cool, but that's not like a mega form.
Yeah, it's like because it has a different form in a different dimension, and that makes sense. And
yeah,
and again, it's like stuff that could also be like something epic in real life, like facing a really ancient animal, like with a bit of mysticism to it, of course, you're not gonna fight the dinosaur just because it feels poetic. Also,
there is a backstory to that.
But Yeah, I think regional variants are such a cool way of making the world feel fresh and alive, you know, and not like, oh, this is a toy line in the making.
Yeah, what also bothers
And
me...
it's not wrong if a franchise is like toy based and stuff, but Pokemon has always been such a biological world, you know, so much about species and evolution and how
the games...
the food change, everything, they're so animal-like.
The games itself were so solid that the merchandise based on the games just sold itself. Like, you didn't have to include the merchandise or make Pokemon itself merchandisable inside the games. Anyway, what also bothers me about Mega Evolution is that, like, after X and Y, they essentially dropped them. Like, in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, they did, like, a couple, but really just a couple.
We kind of went over this before, I'm pretty sure. That's what we always talk about.
Yeah, and then they just dropped them. Like, just give us a couple in Sun and Moon. Like, not... And then, like, they introduced the Z moves, like another completely new thing. Sorry, I didn't read the text bubble.
She said, nicely done, something about you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
This guy, look at him. Yeah, I don't know, I really hope they do some of that stuff in Sword and Shield. Maybe we'll see something at E3, maybe not. Pokemon is sometimes a little more reserved.
Yeah. The altar is just a little farther, so I can't let you pass easily. Show me everything you've got.
I like how these guys are just standing around here and apparently declared themselves the guardians of this altar.
Yeah.
Even though the Ace Trainer said he wants to get to the top, maybe Hiroshi can't beat Heather and Eric. Maybe that's the point.
Maybe Heather wasn't interested enough in him.
Oh no. Not
like, I didn't want to see your Pokemon.
Sometimes I forget how big Noctowl is, because Ash's Noctowl in the anime was not only shiny, it was also smaller than the average Noctowl. That was the point sometimes people forget. It was shiny and tiny. It was shiny. What?
Gee.
I completely forgot that this guy had a Noctowl. It's so forgettable. Now it's a beautiful Pokemon and I love it. You just kill it so quickly. And I was probably talking about something unimportant. Just like right now. History repeats itself.
Yeah, I think you were telling me, like, Saki doesn't need to be in front anymore. Saki already is the highest level. Go change!
Oh yeah, and then we were talking about, you know, the highest level, it's just a level cap.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, Saki is the highest level. You know, other games take like 99 or 100, but you know, Pokemon thought, like, we're gonna do something different. We're just gonna cap it at 95. It's really unique.
Yeah. We're gonna send a Paprika because... No, we don't. Sorry, I forgot. We're not gonna... We're gonna... You're right, now I remember. We were like, what type is this? You know, like, what's strong?
Yeah, and
I
actually...
suggested to use Fairy, but then you already clicked. And then you talked about your experience with level caps.
Yeah, so I can tell that story again. I can tell it over and over. So, it's been years, but I was playing... Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, the one for the Game Boy Advance. And the way that game works is that you can, in order to, you're in rooms.
Now Paprika, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the Paprika and Saki show.
You move from room to room, and in order to go through the doors, you have to have specific cards. Cards which the enemies drop when you defeat them.
It's like to have a specific value in order to open the door, right?
Yeah, it's like a card that is this color, like from this group. Oh, and Kai wanted me to use a Z power move, but
we can't.
We can't. Paprika is holding the Z crystal for the Alolan Raichu specific
and she
move.
doesn't have to move for that.
Yeah, and you need Thunderbolts to use it, so I can't use it on normal electric type moves. Anyway. So, in order to proceed, you need to have a card that is a specific color or a specific number value.
Or both. Ooh.
Yeah, or both. And it was the last door before the final boss, and I just couldn't get the enemies to drop the cards that I needed to proceed.
We won.
So, when I finally got it, I had already capped the level. It was like level 99, and I had like 9,999 experience points, you know, because you can still get them.
The timer also capped.
Yeah, the timer also capped, although in its defense I sometimes left a Game Boy SP on because I just closed it and.
But you know, you still reached the max level before the game finally generated the cards you needed.
Yeah, and then I absolutely destroyed the final boss.
And you know, it's not even like, oh, you ended up in a glitch where it doesn't spawn it anymore. Like, the game just randomly failed to generate the card for that long.
Yeah, I just got very, very unlucky.
Yeah, this is stupid. That's a problem with the original Chain of Memories, that the random generation can be a bit finicky.
Whoa, you've got a lot. I've got no choice but to admit it. Defeat, right?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yes, that's what he said.
I don't know how much different it works in Chain of Memories, though.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think it's a little bit easier, it's a bit streamlined. Okay. Now you're about to heal Selkie, even though it's not a good idea. Like,
I'm trying to find a healing item that's not a full heal for the other two.
And then I'm about to point out, like, you know, characters heal you all the time, you probably don't need to.
Yeah, but I'm still not used to the English names of the healing
I
items.
don't want to revive May's brother, what the hell? I jest.
He's like...
He's not dead.
I need to see the pictures, the sprites of the healing items.
It's a bit of a shame that they don't show us them at this point, when you do like this. Petra gets in front to get a level.
Alright, so we're moving on.
Ready to enter.
Cutscene time. Sorry, I'm not very good at running.
Even though we took super long to go here.
It looks like we're nearly to the altar now, aren't we, Lou? Let me take care of Lycanroc for you, because I didn't just use, well, my healing items. When your Pokemon are full of energy, then a trainer can go anywhere in the world. So it took longer to read that first. Doesn't it seem that way?
I think I was making the funniest joke in the universe. Just picture it in your head.
There's a Tri-Guard at West Pony Canyon too. This is gonna be intense.
Hold on, Steven. This is gonna be intense.
Faint letters can just barely be made out, carved into the ancient stone monument. Ahead lies the sacred ground of trials. None who do not take part in this trial will be allowed to walk upon this earth.
Park.
Those lacking the courage to defeat the totem guarding this land will be denied entry, but those who believe in their Pokemon and walk beside them shall gain great power. There's no captain to be found, but it seems like you stand at the edge of a trial site.
Ooh.
Are you ready to challenge the trial?
Yes.
Trial start.
Wink.
Oh yeah, that's another thing
The totem that protects us the land.
I bet it's super powerful. I pointed out how even though this writing there is supposed to be ancient, they use the word Pokemon, even though it might precede the invention of the Pokeball, you know? I was like, unless Pokeballs in some form have existed for a lot longer. And I think you said like, maybe
the Pokeballs were named after the Pokemon.
Yeah, of course, that's what it must be. You feel a piercing gaze that seems to cut right through you. But from where? I don't know. Over here?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Like how it pew, shoots at you. And when I saw this, I was like, is that a Litten, you know? But no, it's this guy. Jangmo-o.
I like the little ears it has between behind the great heart
scale.
It's
a really pretty Pokemon. It's cute. I was like, I think I pointed that out. I was like thinking, you know, it would be cool if its evolutions also stay quadrupedal. I was saying that like to me because I like quadrupedal dragons. I was like, you're funny that I say that because I always defend the bipedal fire starters that everyone hates. I'm a hypocrite.
I think in Shiny this actually has a pink scales, and maybe
that's because of the heart scale thingy.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the eye is yellow because I just saw that the eye is pink in this one.
And yeah, even fiercer gaze glaring at you.
But I think I saw a pink one of those, and I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Maybe it was like fan art.
No, I'm gonna look it up.
I can look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
I will use this opportunity of having free hands as much as I want, okay?
Yeah, it's just really weird for me to not have my DS in the hand.
Hakamo! You're like, what is this loser doing?
So weird.
Downvoted.
Now I know how you guys feel.
Yeah. At this point, I was like, wait, is this like So there's like a Sun and Moon demo you could play. I think you can probably still download it now. And in that you do like a test, a playful trial, you know, that Kukui set up for you. You know, like not a real trial, but just like, you know, just for practice, a practice trial that he made for you because he's nice. And in that one you also go through like a little canyon and you keep getting attacked by these dragon guys. So it's like, and then I was kind of like, you know, is that just directly the demo? I think it was slightly different probably, but that's what this suddenly reminded me of, like flashback to the demo.
So I looked it up, and in shiny their scales are pink. Their eyes are still red. It's red, not pink. And the gray part is yellow.
You feel the fiercest pair of eyes imaginable drilling into you relentlessly. It's very pretty. Shame about these fiercest eyes imaginable piercing you. Yeah, you're thinking about who to put in front, and we're putting Selkie in because, you know,
yeah, because
stay on the safe side.
Dragon type, and, you know...
We don't know what it's gonna be. It could be anything.
Well, the other two have been dragon types, so this is probably the dragon type trial.
I was jesting.
And there's a heart scale. I wonder if
you knocked right off his head.
I wonder if I didn't see the first one. If there was another one.
I just looked and there didn't seem to be one, but maybe I mislooked. We take the secrets from pedestal? Yes. Whee! There's this guy. Sound!
This is so weird. Like, is this a mistranslation? Like, how can you like, how would sound go into, like, an actual dragon war?
Sound! I don't know. I'm gonna look this up in Japanese later and then I'm gonna forget to do that. I was
Como.
Yeah, como. I was like, you know, this guy's face reminds me of Gallium from Super Smash Bros. For Super Smash Bros. Bros. Specifically is where he made his debut. I think you should just say debut, right?
Yeah.
But I'm
or debut.
Yeah, I don't know.
Debut.
Anyway, and in turn, Gallium and Como remind me of the ex-chicken from Quest for Camelot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bladebeak. I think that's the name.
Yeah.
Bladebeak the chicken. Because in case you don't know, in that movie, there's a villain who is like a special potion, can fuse people and weapons together, and to make an example, he like fuses a chicken and an axe, and it becomes Bladebeak the chicken.
That's his origin story.
Who totally inspired the designs of Gallium and Como, obviously.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, here you took care of Como first so that he can't call any more allies.
And also, like, he's super strong.
No, Sizer, you're going down, my friend. I'm sorry it has to be this way. Oh yeah, Misty Terrain is a terrain move which we don't really use a lot, so not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's a fairy type move.
Yeah, it halves damage from dragon types and stuff, but it's like,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm not one to use those.
Yeah, Pyromella's gonna take care of this one, because it's a bug steal, so whatever.
Yeah.
Did you see, like, we always talk about this, but in the beta of Gold and Silver, apparently, like, Pinsir was also gonna get an evolution steel
Which
type.
is a shame that it didn't.
Yeah, it's like, come on, they're friends. They're supposed to be like the Bug Brothers. But no, they divorced what's called Scyther and not Heracross and Pinsir, divided them and now put Pinsir with Heracross instead. You know, friendship ended with Scyther.
Yeah, I really like it when like two Pokemon have like this duality going. You know, it doesn't always have to be like puzzle and minor levels, you know, but
yeah, it can be something simple like, say, what's called Lotad and Seedot. Como hid itself somewhere in the deepest reaches of the valley. Seedot and Lotad are a good example. They're like Yo-Kai-inspired Pokemon with similar evolution types. And
and I
love the symbol of the dragon. It's like a wing and a dragon eye in one.
And I think in Japanese and definitely in German too, like the names of them are actually coordinated to fit to each other.
Yeah, I think Low, Ted, and C Dot also kind of.
You cleared another try. You're just great in any situation, aren't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it's like what are they called again?
In Japanese or in German?
In German.
Lotutzel.
Lotutzel and Samotzel.
Yeah. So they both have the Urzel ending.
Yeah, I think C Dot and Low, Ted also supposed to. Oh yeah, this is the end actually, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Okay, so we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.